Hi guys, and welcome to Advanced Payroll Management System developed using Excel with VBA. And let me show you guys how this works. Right here we have the search engine, and one good thing about this lesson is we can search with any of these fields here, any field you want. Let's assume you want to go for SMG space 009. Let's go in there, and in there just type in SMG space 009. Click on search. SMG space 009. Okay, that's the company name. And let's assume we want to look for More Gas Limited. There we go, that's More Gas Limited. And if we come in here, we should be able to find that should be More Gas. There we go, that is it right there. And as you can see, we seem to have some duplicate in there, which I propose to the left. So I'm going to come in here, look at Femi Wales. Can we delete that? Yes, we can. We can delete Pan Africa as well. You can delete as many as you want, and you can even print. Now let's go back into the front cover itself. Right in here, the other thing that we can do is we can reset and enter some other individuals' details in here. Let's say the company's name is Goodman. That's a Goodman More. And in here, employee's name, that is Larry Townsend. And here, and wages, that is his waiting allowance. And okay, any other payment? None. So all we then need to do is just to click on add. There we go. The period of pay, tax code, NI code, and so on. You can see that. That is how this whole system works. But now let's check if it's saved straight onto our sheet here. Let's see, that's the Larry Townsend. And the other thing is, let's check the main spreadsheet itself. So I'm going to just take it down. There we go, that is Larry Townsend right there. Okay, so I'm going to take it back, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Excel development environment, and we'll put one of these together. And welcome back to Advanced Payroll Management System. Now we're starting a new project, but before I start, let's go to File and just get this one saved. And we save it as, and I will save it right here. Let's call it Advanced Payroll Management System Pulse. Let's come in here, but first of all, you see where we have Excel macro enable. I'm going to change it to that, and the name of the project is going to be Excel Advanced. Let's call it Excel Advanced Payroll _ Paul, because it's going to my second channel. So let's click on save. There. Now that you guys understand how it's saved, the next thing we want to do is to go straight to the developer tab here. Select Visual Basic. But one thing first, if you don't have your developer tab here enabled, if you don't have it, you go straight to the file, select options, and this dialog box pops up. Select customize ribbon, and make sure you have the popular controls. Make sure that is selected in here, and you then look for developer. Make sure it is checked. Once it's checked, that is it. Click on OK, and the dialog should be displayed right up here. So select the developer dialog, and let's go straight into Visual Basic. Now that Visual Basic development environment is opened, click on Insert and select User Form. Now let's define the size of this user form. First of all, I'm just going to change the caption to Advanced Payroll Management System. Now let's come right down here. You see where we have height. I'm going to change that to 800. Scroll right down, then we have the width. Let's change that to 1040. There we go. Now that that is sorted, now go straight into your toolbox. If you don't have your toolbox, it should be here, right there. So select your toolbox. What I want is, you see multiple page, there's another one there called tab strip. I don't want that. I want the multiple page. Click on the multiple page. Make sure that is the one you guys are using. Multiple page. For the first page, right click on it. Let's rename it, and I'm going to call that payroll system. Here I'm going to just enter letter P as the shortcut, and here that will be control, like a tooltip. So I'm just going to call that payroll management system. Alright, click on OK. There. Now for the second one, I'm going to right click on it as well. Just change that to wages details. And here I'm going to make the shortcut W, and in here we just enter wages details information, something like that. So also it's the same thing. There we go. Now that is done. Now we now need to add some frames to this and bring this right down here. So that is fine. Okay, so the very first object I'm going to add now, I'm going to add a label, and inside our label I'll just change that to advanced payroll management system. And the font size, let's increase the font size to something readable. Make that bold, and I'm going to make that maybe about 50. There we go. Just extend it that much. That might be too, I think that might be too large, so let's reduce that. Let's go for maybe about 40 now and see. Okay, for now I may have to adjust it. There we go. That's how that is looking. That's the title. Now grab a hold of a frame, just draw the frame that much and all the way. And this frame we have, first of all, let's delete the text on it. Frame that is gone. Hold onto it and just drag it down. Just copied one, and here I'm going to add another label, and I will also add another label again. Yeah, but first of all, let's change the font of this. Make that bold, and I'm going to make that maybe 20. Okay, that is fine. And just copy the data in this one. I'm going to change that to barcode. And the second one here, I'm going to carry out some changes in there. The name is going to be LBL barcode as a variable name, and let's carry out some changes. Border style, let's say single, style is single, and the background, I'm going to change that to white. Get rid of the text content. There we go. Because I want to use this for barcode, I'm going to go in here, download, you see the font.com, and inside the font.com I'm going to even copy, let's copy this URL. This is the URL for it. Just type in the font.com. Let's increase the font size so that you guys can see it. I will also include the URL in my description area. That is it right there. Okay, so that is it, thefont.com. Now there. Okay, now what you need is, the one I need is called, I think I'm wrong, I think it's called C code 39. There we go, look at it. So you download this and get it installed straight onto your system. Once it's installed onto your system, all you need to do is select your objects and go to the font. Right inside the font here, just type in CC, and that's it right there. I'm going to select that. I want it regular. Okay, that's a regular. I'm going to select that for this very component. Click on OK. That's it. I've just added the barcode to these objects. Now going to add another frame here, and this very frame is going to take in details of the employee. So let's come in here. I'm going to grab a hold of this, and I'll just change the font. I think the font is a little bit too big there. Let's go for maybe about 18 or so. Right, and copy. Okay, so I'm going to change this. Just change it to change the border style to fixed single, back color as well, change it to black. I could have used this, but I've already added barcode to it. Just delete the barcode on it, and this is going to be for my reference. There we go. Alright, I might not have enough room for this if I want to go like that, so let's do one thing. Come back in here, let's just get it sorted at once. So let's change it to about 14. Okay, now select both. Oh no, let's just copy this. Then I'm going to add a text box here. Right, and that text box, change the font as well to about 14 bold. Right, and I'm going to copy this now. Change the text content in here to reference. Yeah, reference number. And the next one here, I'm going to change that to change the data in there. All you need to do is go to the caption and just change it. That is going to be employer name, then followed by employee name, and this is going to be employee name. There. Let's add a bit of room to that so that we can see what we're up to. Okay, getting somewhere. Okay, now underneath here is going to be, let's add address and so on. Copy that, bring this here. Notice there's no framework here. Okay, so copy this again, bring it down, and hit this one. I'm going to delete that because I'm going to change that to a combo box. Let's see, this is a combo box. Good. There. And the size, make that 14 as well. Font size, change that to 14. Bold. That's sorted as well. We now need, I'm going to copy this now. Hold on to the control, just click and drag to copy. Dump it somewhere so that I can bring it in safely. Right there. Okay, looking good. That's how I want that there. But this, I don't want that. It's got to be a text box so that I can add the data myself. Copy this, drag it down. Now copy this there, release. Very good. So we change the data in here. This one is going to be inner city wages, and this is going to be basic pay or basic salary. Overtime. Then here, that is going to be any other kind of payment, other payments. Very good. Now this one here, we change that to tax. Pension. That to be student loan. And we have NI payment. And all the components, we have the names of the list box apart from their prefix. Okay, this is going to be TXT. No, this shouldn't be a TXT. That should be ordinary label. Delete. I'm going to copy this one. Hold on to the control, click and drag. Bring it right in. I'm using the label for that because the system you will have to write a code that will generate all the information that goes in there. Okay, that's good. So these are our labels. Here we have to enter the data in there. That's good. Alright, so I believe you guys get the whole idea. I'm going to now this one. Let's change this so that you guys see that as well. This is postcode. And this is going to be gender. And here that's going to be address. There we go. Alright, that's good. So all Jen need to do is just to copy and populate the whole interface. So that shouldn't take long. So you guys have seen how it's all put together anyway. Copy this, put it here. That's going to be for my search. And I'm going to add a button here. Something like that. Add a label here. Bring it down. That's fine. Get rid of the text content on that label. One label here. Bring this down. And move this. here. So we just need to copy some data into it now. So I'm going to copy this. Let's grab 2 each. 2 goes here, 2 here. Alright, and this one, that should take about 4 of those. Undo that. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring it back in. Copy. Alright, select this. There we go. Okay guys, we are almost there. Right, and way up here I'm gonna need another one, and here that's gonna be buttons. Let's copy again and copy. So it might not look that pretty now. Well, let me show it to you guys. I just need to modify the interface, then I'll get back to you guys. All I just need to do is just to give them a name and rearrange it, just arrange it properly. I'm going to speed that up and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I've finished tidying up the whole interface. This is how it's looking now. Looks much better. So now in here just enter default details in there, but let's come in here, select this. I'm going to change the back color of that to green, and I'm going to repeat the same thing to this one here. Let's change that to green. Right, and this one I'm going to change the back color as well to green. Now the font, let's make it white. Very good. Now you see this, I just have female in there inside the text box as the default, but we can do one thing. Either leave that as the default or come in here, grab the name and double click on the form itself. But what we need, instead of form click, I'm going to change that to form activate or form initialize. Let's see. Okay, very good. Let's initialize in there. So paste that in this, and that's a dot, add item, and the very first item we can just call that female. There we go. And the default, I don't know, maybe I should add a default to it. That should be in a quote really. This should be in a quote as well. There we go. Okay, that is taken care of. So if we run it now, okay, let's just click on run. There we go. Okay, you can have default value if you want. Now here you see these two. Let's do one thing. The month is August, so I want this one to show number and this one to show the month's details. So to do that, let me do one thing, exit out. First of all, let's come in here, say inside the worksheet itself, on this very first cell A1, I'm going to enter employee, let's say employee name. Then the next one is going to be address, postcode, gender. Let's make sure that it's bold though. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's make sure it's bold. Then here I'm going to enter, let's say, reference number and so on. Okay, what I'm actually entering there is what I have in here. Okay, so let's complete that. I have reference number, then I'm going to have employee, employer name, and so on. Okay guys, I have entered all the columns, and in total is 24. So have a good look at it. Okay, let's take it from here. Employee address, postcode, gender, reference, employer name, basic salary, inner city wages, overtime, gross pay, tax, pension, student loan, NI, payment. Then we have deduction, pay date, tax period, tax code, NI code, taxable pay, and here we have pensionable pay. Let's delete that I, and we have net pay here. That's your recommendation. You can just enter whatever you like in here. I just put that in there, and that's it. So that's taken care of. Picture is saved, and I'm going to go back to my Visual Basic. There we go, right here. Now, so let's go to tab number 2 here. I'm now going to add a list box, this very one, and I will also add a frame. Grab hold of a frame, draw it there, get rid of the text content on it, and let's add buttons. We have 1, 2, and 3 there. Now we change the back color as well to green. There we go. This is going to be maybe exit, then maybe print here, just like I have on the other ones, and this will be delete. There. And I'm changing the name of this one to LBLST display. Alright, so come back in here. I'm back in my code view. I want to be able to add date and so on here, and the month, number of the month, and the name of the month in here. So let's come back in here. I'm still in form initialize, so let's come down. But first of all, you see LST display dot column count. I'm gonna make the column about, maybe let's go for 11. I'm not going to enter the whole 24 columns in there. So that'll be about 11, and let's come down here. And now we also say the role source, that is going to start from A1 column. Let's say X. Okay, X 65,356. Yeah, that will do. Yeah, that's enough. Alright, so that's that taken care of. Now the next thing is, you see the tax, I need the name of this is LBL tax period, and this one is CBO tax period. So I'm going to grab hold of tax period and just come right down inside the code here. So I will start by saying CBO dot add, and that is going to be equals January. So let's just copy that. We need 12 of those. And I'm going to change the names around. This is going to be December, November, October, and that will be September. Then this is the month we are in. Let's say August, we just type it all out. Or be July, June, May, April, then we have March, Feb, and that's it. I think I have too many there. So that would be for the month. So if I run that, oh, let's see, they should all be in brackets. Come on, I should have known that. There. Okay, let's get it right properly. Go back in there. So let's just put brackets on all of them. Okay, copy, just press Control H. Anyone with this will become bracket, Control H, and that'll be bracket and there. Yeah, that's it, done. Okay, but we shouldn't have that here. Now here, just close it all. And this. Close this. There we go. Right, that's that done. And here, let's just get rid of this one there. Okay, so if I run it now, this is what we get. Okay, so if this one becomes August, this should automatically become 8. So let's go back in here and just take care of that one. Come right down here. Okay, right underneath here, let's do one thing first. You see the dates? I'm going to grab hold of the dates. Let's go back inside the code, paste that there, and I'm just going to say dot caption, and that is going to be equals, let's say, format dates. There. And right there, that should give me the date. So if I run it now, look, that is the date. Now let's end that. Come back in here. Okay, you see right at the top, let me declare some variables first. Okay, first of all, for the variable, I'm just going to enter option explicit. There. Now, the very first variable, I'm going to say dim, inner city, that will be as double there, and I'll declare the following as well. So those are the variables I intend to use. Okay, now the very first variable that is here, this one, I'm going to make use of this one, this string variable. The date and the month, I'll be making use of those inside the form initialize here. So what I want to try and achieve is this should tell me the number of the months. This is August, so this should become 8. Why this will automatically default to August, although we can always make changes if we have to, but the system should automatically take care of that. That's what I want to try and achieve now. Come back in here, back to the form initialize. So come right down here, let's enter some space so that you guys can see it. Now the very first one is going to be, let's say, dates. That is going to be equals, let's get it formatted, format date, comma, and that should give me middle date. So that should be able to tell us if it's August or whatever, as a string character. Then that's, we then want months, month number. We want it to take whatever value we have inside dates, this very one here. Okay, I'm going to copy that and let's use the default. Let's say months. Paste that in there first, and here that's going to be months. Okay, there. So that should officially tell us the month. Okay, this is a function within the system, within Visual Studio, within VBA. Now we now want the tax, LBL tax period, to tell us which month it is, which month number. So LBL tax period dot caption, that will be equals the month number. There we go. This should be able to tell us if it's 8, 1 or 2 or whatever. So let's run it and see. Run. There we go. Tell us it's 8. Alright, but we want this one to automatically change. Now that's where we have to add more lines of code for that to take care of that. So right underneath here now, let's use a new statement. If LBL tax period, grab all of that. If it equals 1, okay, then CBO tax period the text, and that is going to be equals January. That's it. And if. So we repeat the same for the others. So come right in here. We're now going to copy this using else if. Copy. So we say else if. Okay, we need more of those. That's it. So this is January, this is going to be February. Feb. and this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Error. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna bring this down. Cut it off. Bring it right down here. Alright. That is 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, this one will be February then. And this will be April, May, June, we have July there, August, and here is September, October, November, and December. There. Alright, have a good look at those lines of code. So I'm going to run that now. Run. Look at that automatically. So if I change this now, so I want this one to change, so we need some lines of code to take care of this. But as you can see, form load has done its own job. Okay, for the end user. So you run it, form load, there we go. Okay, let's exit out now so that we can take care of this. Alright, so exit, and let's come right here and grab hold of that combo box. That is a double click on that combo box, and the event that I'm using is going to be change. So if there's any change, I want this to happen. So let's grab hold of this using conditional statements. So I'm going to say if CBO tax period dot text, if that is equals January, then I want LBL tax period dot text, no dot caption, that will be equals 1. There we go. Then I will then use else if for the others. So let's copy this, and right underneath here let's set it for else if. There. If this is February, then this becomes 2. Grab hold of that, paste, and let's paste again, paste. Okay, and if this is March, this becomes 3. Get this indented as well, and this is April, and this becomes 4. This is May, this becomes 5. Alright, so looking good, we're almost there. Paste. The next one is, we have June, this becomes 6. We have July, then this becomes 7. August, and we have 8. September, that will be 9. just have 3 more to go. Copy that, paste that here. Let's say and if. So this is August, then this is September, and this will be October, 10, November, 11. And we have 12 here, and that is December. There. Okay, I believe that is taken care of now. So have a good look at the lines of code. It's just an if statement or conditional statements, also known as selection statements. So I'm going to run it. Click on run. If I change this now, there, you see that? June. But for this month, the default is 8. Okay, guys? I suppose you see how that works. So we've taken care of that. That is good. Now, let's take care of this. This is the big one. So let's come back in there. That is the add wages. Double click on add wages. Okay, right inside add wages, the first thing I want to try and achieve is when I click on that add wages, I want it to generate reference number, and the reference number with the reference should generate barcode for us. So let's go back into that component itself. That is it right there. So, okay, and let's enter as follows. So we say LBL pay reference dot caption, and that will be equals evaluate. Let's make that between. That will be ran between let's go for 1000 by just going to enter 999. Yeah, that's fine. Close that. There. Okay, that is that. And I'm just going to try that out. Let's see. Run. You see that? Okay, that's good. You can see the reference number being generated. So let's take care of the barcode as well. So go back in here. Where is it? Right there. Okay, for the barcode, I'm just going to enter LBL barcode dot caption. No, it should be barcode dot caption, and that will be equals as follows. Let's say I'm just going to enter reference number. There, plus I can add all of these to it. There we go. So when I run it now, click, there we go, look at it, we get our reference number. Okay, now exit out, back in there, we're still on that very button itself. Now underneath here, I'm now going to use as follows. Let's say the text box, I want that to use, that's a TXT tax code dot text, that will be equals the following. There, I want to use that for my tax code. So I'll grab hold of this and just paste it there. It's a plus there. Okay, that is done. So let's do the same thing for the NI number and NI code. So this will be NI code and this will be NI number. NI number. Right. So now run it now. Click there. The NI code, NI number is generated, but we have to change this. Let's change this to, that will be NI code right there, and this will be NI number. Okay, it's changed. Run. There we go. Very good. Alright, the next thing we want to do now is to, we're still on there, just for your information, all of these components in here, we need them to be stored. Remember the variable that we declared, these three variables there. I want to need those ones right now. So grab all of them, come down here, paste them right underneath here, get rid of this, and that will be equals txt inner city dot text. So that's the very first one taken care of. The other one is going to be txt basic, wrong spelling, basic salary dot text. And finally this one is going to be txt, that will be overtime dot text. Oh, there's one more. I think that one is called other payments. Is it other payment or other pay? Yeah, it's other pay. That's the name of that variable. That will be equals txt other pay dot text. Yeah, and that is it. Okay, now we are able to, every single variable here, these four variables, they are now initialized. Yeah, there they are. That's the other pay. These three and this, they are now initialized. Okay, once they are initialized, we now want to use them to work out the gross pay. So let's come down in here. LBL gross pay dot caption, and that will be equals the following. So I'm going to add up all of this, grab all of this, paste, grab all of this, paste that in there, overtime, and other pay. There. If you guys notice, these four components, I enter 0 into them. Look at it. So if you didn't enter anything at all, it will default straight to 0. Look, you see that your gross pay is 0 because there's nothing in here. Now let's go back in there. That gross pay that is 0, let's convert that to £. So I'm going to grab hold of this, paste that in there. So the gross pay is going to become format LBL gross pay. Really, let me just copy it. Okay, dot caption, and that is going to be, let's enter £, ash, comma, 0.00. So that should format it into pounds for me. Run. Let's assume we enter some values in here now, and these purposely won't enter anything. There we go. Okay, so we know the gross pay. We need to work out the tax, pension, student loan, and so on. Then we can work out the deduction and net pay. Okay, back in here, double click on that, and right underneath here, let's work this out. The tax, that is going to be as follows. So let's grab hold of everything in here, and I'm going to just put that in a bracket. Now let's multiply that by, let's say 9, and divide it by 100. That should give us the tax. Cover this up as well. We get the tax there. So grab hold of this. Let's use it for pension, student loan, and NI. So we have pension here. Okay, and pension, we can make that about 12% of your wages. Student loan maybe about 5%, and this one 3%. Okay, so student loan, and this one is NI payment. Okay, those three are all taken care of. Now the value in here, now I want to add them straight into their respective components. And to do that, let's grab hold of this format. This format will take care of most of it for us. Paste, and this will become tax, LBL tax. There. And what are we formatting? That. Okay guys, you understand that? Now I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others. There we go. Pension, this is pension, and this is pension. Student loan here, the name of the component is student loan. Then NI payment, and that. Okay, I think that's it taken care of. I'm going to run it now. Let's see what's going to happen. Enter some data in here, and enter something in here. Calculate. Alright, let's see. Student loan. Let's check it out. What is it called? It's called student load. No, change it to loan. That's an error. Okay, the variable is changed back to loan, and it's run. Enter some value in there. Okay, let's see then. Let's check the variable again. I think I changed it before I stopped running. That's it. It's still student load. So stop the program, go back into the code, and go back right up there. Change it to student loan. Okay, run. Enter value. Caption. What happened here? Tax. It's called LBL tax, I believe. Let's go back in there and check it out. Oh, tax period? No. Yeah, that's it. LBL tax. Back in the code. Okay, now let's try it out again. run, enter some value in here. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Very good. So we now need to work out deduction and net pay. So to get the deduction, we need to add up all of these and subtract it from the gross. To get the net pay, add up all of these for deduction. Now subtract this from this to get that. So let's do that. So back into add wages, and let's do that right underneath here. Alright, for the deduction, that is LDL deduction dots, that should give in dot caption, that should be deductions dot caption equals. I need to add up everything that we have in here. Get rid of this first. I'm going to have to add up here all of these. Okay, that's fine. So paste plus pension student loan, copy that, enter plus, then we have there. So that will give me deduction. Okay, but guess what? Let's get it formatted. No, if we format it, it might give me an error. I'll format it at the end. So let's do this. Oh, let's try that out. If it gives error, then we do it again. Copy, paste, and then copy this and paste. Let's see, run, enter some value in there. Calculate. We have the deduction. So now let's subtract. We have deduction, that's okay. Back in the code. Let's see if this is gonna work. To calculate the net pay, and to achieve that we have to deduct. Let's see if it's gonna work. Let's say btn net pay dot caption, that will be equals. I'm going to grab hold of all of these, paste that in here, and delete. No, grab hold of this, paste that here, and we need the gross pay. Let's see if it's going to work. Alright, that should give me net pay. I'm kind of like skeptical because of the pound sign, but let's see. Let's run it first before I start jumping into conclusion. Alright. Oh, it works. Look at that. That is good. That is very good. I'm pleased with that. Yeah. Okay, so we've taken care of that. We now need to take care of taxable and pensionable. Okay, let's take care of this taxable and pensionable. So I'm going to come back in my code here. We need the names of these: taxable, pensionable. Let's copy that. So we're going to be multiplying that by tax period to get the amount of tax paid over the year. Now double click on this, come right down here, it's a dot caption, and that is equals. I want it formatted as well, so I might as well just grab hold of one of these. One, the tax and the period. Okay, select this, all of that, copy, paste that in there. I think the period is in I think the period is global variable, so let's hope so. There we go. No, this should have been pensionable. Okay, no problem. Just copy and paste. Paste. So this is going to be pension. There. And this is going to be taxable. Let's see the name of that object. Right. And we have taxable here and pensionable. So let's see. Run and enter. Let's enter something here and here. Okay, let's see. Debug right here. Okay, let's see. There's something in tax, but in period there's nothing. Okay then. I should have actually multiplied that by this. Yeah, tax period. Grab all of that. Double click on this. So that's going to be tax period. Dot caption. Alright, so this should be the same thing then. There. Now run. Enter something here and here as well. Now calculate. There we go. So that's the amount of tax you pay so far, pension that you pay so far. That is good. Okay, what we then want to do is, when I click on these add wages, I want every single information here, I want it to be stored right in here, the worksheet behind it. Okay, that is the list box that was added. Okay, and if you're wondering how did we manage to achieve this, if you guys remember on form load. Okay, let's exit out. I'll just show you guys that again to remind you. Then we can take care of that. If we go straight into form load, you will see that is it right there. Listbox.column, and the column count equals 11. And the source of the data will be from A1 up to X. 65,356, and here are all the data. We don't have any data in there yet apart from this. Okay, and that's it up to X. Alright, so let's go back into that. Now the next thing we want to do is go back into this button right here. There, double click on that, double click on the button and come right down here, right underneath here. So whatever data I enter in here, I want to be able to save it directly onto the spreadsheet. So I'm going to start by first of all declaring the following variable. So I'm going to call that WKS, and that's going to be as worksheet. There we go. Now I want to declare another one. I'll call it add new, and add new is going to be for the range. Then the other one is going to be, and I want to assign whatever value we have inside this worksheet straight onto WKS. So in that case I'll say set WKS, that to be equals worksheet 1. Okay, And worksheet 1 that I refer to, that is it right here. So if you are using worksheet 2, then you change it to worksheet 2, and so on. Now let's set admin. That is going to be equals worksheet dot the range, and the range is going to be from 65,356, 55,356 dot to the end. Let's say end, and that's going to be x1 up dot, let's say offset, and this offset is going to be 1, 0. Okay, that is taken care of. Now let's come down here. We will now start adding all of our components straight into, or straight onto add new. So we say add new dot offset, and the very first one is going to be in column 0 by 0. Close that, dot value, and that is going to be equals txt employee name dot text. There's an M missing here. Let's try that again. Dot, very good, text. Right, let's see, the very first one should be that of the employee. Let's check that again. There we go, that's it, employee. And I'm going to follow it by address, then postcode, and so on. So next one is going to be address. So copy this, copy. Okay, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are the columns specified. So this is going to be address, followed by postcode. Now next one is going to be gender, and that is going to be, let's check, we have gender is going to be, okay, that is called LBL, pay reference. So come right down here, LBL pay reference dot caption. There we go. Then we have employer, employer's name, and basic salary. Very good. Then we're going to have the inner CT and so on. Inner CT over time. So this is going to be for inner CT. That should be a C. Inner CT wage. Then we have overtime. Then we have the gross pay here. Overtime, gross pay, dot caption. There's one S missing. Right, let's check that out again. We have the gross pay, then tax, pension, and student loan. So this is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. So, and this will be tax, pension, and student loan. Okay, so let's just pick that up. There we go. Alright, that is the lines of code that we add all the data straight onto the spreadsheet for me. Okay, let's give that a try. So I'm going to run it, so have a good look at it. Take it from the top here on the add button. Alright, let's try that out. Okay, before we try that out, see again. Oh, look at that. That should be A 65,356. Okay. Alright, so I think that is it. So I'm going to try it out now. So just make sure you add an A to yours. Save that. Let's run. And employer. Let's say the employer is, let's say, Dan Aviation. An employee, let's say, is Captain Paul Parker. An address, 23 Goodman Close. It's mail. Postcode. And wages, waiting allowance, wages, overtime, none, order pay, there. Click on add. Before I click on add, let's make sure there's nothing on the spreadsheet anyway, so let's click on add. Every other thing is there. Okay, click on add. There we go. And let's move this down to check out the spreadsheet. That is the spreadsheet right there. See that, guys? Alright, that's good. So I'm going to exit out. The exit doesn't work yet. There. Okay. Now let's go back into our program and run it one more time and add. Let's add another details in there. Run. And this one, let's say, is still Dan's Aviation or Dan Aviation. And here the name is Mary Allen. Address number 21 Godson Place. Female. Postcode 1. Wages, yeah, and she get that, and she has to get extra here. Okay, so let's check that out. If you guys look in here, there's nothing of Mary Allen there. Look at that. Okay, I'm now going to click on this very button there. There we go. Look at that. Alright, so the add button is working and everything is fine. So for add data, I'm just going to copy the address of this and just add it here. So let's come down here. So this one is, grab hold of all of this, come right here, just in case if you forget, come right there, just say call. There, that one is taken care of. Now back in here, reset, double click on reset. For the reset, we want to be able to clear all of those data. Look at them, this. You just want to be able to clear them. So go back to the reset, double click on reset, paste that in here, but then I have to delete all of this, get rid of it, and just put equals, nothing here. Alright, so we have to do that for the others. So let's copy that and just paste this there. Right, all done. Where is the, okay, the basic pay, the gross pay, the city wages, yeah, and this, and other pay. Let's see, do we have the other pay on this system? I need to check before I do any other thing. Let's see that. Just get rid of this first. In any case, other pay there or not, it must, I have to put that on the reset. Yeah, that's a point. So get rid of this, that is the reset coming up. All done. Now for the other pay, that's going to be txt other pay dot text, that is equals there. That is other pay, and that is it right here, this one. Okay, that's it, all done. Let's run it and just enter some more data in there. So let's say the name is the company's name is Queens, and employer Larry Carlton, address 23 Hallway, Smell, postcode, wages, I think it works for agencies, so come in here, make sure it's not there, there's nothing of Larry Carlton. Now click on add, there we go. Okay, as you can see, other pay is not on the system, so that's fine. So we can now come down here and just click on resets. There we go, reset works. Okay, this should be 8, so we need to put back whatever data is in there. So let's go into form. Okay, when we reset, we can just call this form anyway, form initialize. Yeah, we can call form initialize. Grab all of this. Let's see if that's gonna work. Come right here, the reset, where is it? Reset, and right underneath here, call form initialize. Okay, let's see that. There we go, it's working fine. That's good. Let's get rid of something just to confirm that it works. There we go, that's fine. Okay, now that is taken care of, then we need to, let's take care of the print. Okay, this print and this, let's come back in here. That shouldn't be difficult. Double click on print, there. So for the print, what we just need to do is, I'm going to say application, yeah, dot dialog, and that's going to be from L dialog, print, that will be printer. I say printer dot setup, yeah, printer setup dot show. Okay, and that's going to be this workbook dot sheet, and the sheet is going to be sheet number 1. Close that. dot print out copies. That'll be 1. Okay, print is taken care of. Check this out. You see the print command? I'm going to copy that command and let's go in here. We'll come to exit later on. Go right in here, enable the details. That's the print. Double click on that and let's just call that. There we go. Alright, since we are here, let's take care of delete. Double click on delete. So with the delete, first thing I'm going to declare the following. Let's say dim I as integer using a for loop for I equals 1 to range, and the range is going to start from A65,356 dash to the end x1 up dot roll minus 1. Okay, so that's my for loop range that covers up to 65,000 plus. Now, using an if statement, if lst display dot selected, and that is in I, then we want the rolled equals I plus 1 dot select selection dot delete, and we say end if and next I. There. Okay, let's try out this delete to make sure it works as expected. Save that. I'm going to run it. Click on run, and right here we have delete. Here we have Mary. 2 of those. Click on delete. There we go. Delete works. And if we click on print, yes, the print is working as well. You can even set up your print as you want. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK and just save that somewhere. Okay, let's check out this delete and make sure we are able to delete from the that's it. We are able to delete. Okay, so we need to take care of exit. Now exit out, come back here, and we can exit anyway. So double click on this, and right there we're going to enter as follows: dim I exit as VB message box result there, and I exit, that will be equals, let's say, message box. So we'll say message box, so that's going to be confirm if you want to exit there. Alright, so let's add some other argument in there. So let's say VB question, right, plus VB yes or no, and comma, and this is going to just be, let's call that payroll system. There we go. Now, using an if statement, if I exit equals VB yes, then unload me, then end if. There, that's it, done. I'm going to copy this for the other one. So let's go right inside here. Where is it? Multi-tab 2, and this is I exit right here. This is exit there. Double click on that. Call exit. Paste, and that is it, done. So back in here, let's try that out. Okay, we can try it out here as well. So let's just run. Exit, no. Come right here, exit, no. So you can exit anywhere you want. Okay, that's fine, all done. So what is remaining now is the most important part of all that I actually like most for this project, and that is the search button here. You see, with this search button, I want to be able to search with any of the columns, any component you enter, dead name, reference number, anything, the system should be able to search it. So let's double click on search. Right. So first of all, let's start by declaring the following. I'm going to call it dim I search as, let's say, long, and that is 1. I'm going to also say I as long as well. Now I search, that is going to be equals the worksheet. That's the sheet I'm talking of, is going to be sheet number 1. Okay, dot the range, and the range will start from A1 dot, let's say, current region dot rows dot count. Right, so let's use a for loop now. So we then say for I, that equals 1 to I search. Now if trim sheet number 1 dot cells, and if that is I comma 1, and if there's none of that in there, then we say trim txt search dot, wrong spelling, search dot text, and I equals I search. Then release a message box that will say it's not there. So let's just say message MSG box, let's say invalid data. There we go. Okay, invalid data. Let's put an A here. Right. Now clear this text box. If the data you're looking for is not there, clear it. Equals clear. And we then also want it to set focus there. Let's just say h dot set focus. And if. Okay, that's the first part of it. Okay, as you can see, this covers the whole sheet. If there's nothing in there, then this will be displayed. However, if trim sheet 1 dot set equals whatever we have inside the search function, and that is this, grab hold of that, paste, and this becomes equals. If it's equals the search, or we're now going to number 2, space, underscore, press enter. This is an or. Okay, press enter. If the next one is trim equals the same thing, copy that, open a bracket, paste. Okay, this should be double, and this one will become 2. That is for number 2. Then the next one is 3, 4, and so on. Copy, see, paste, and this is going to be 3 here, 4. We have to correct that first. 5, and we have 6, 7, and let's just speed that up. There we go. And the last one is, that is for number 23. So I'm going to grab hold of this, paste it right underneath here, and then okay, and if. Okay, change this to 23 first. Okay, so I'm going to enter an if in there. However, each of the cells does not know the component that they're actually referring to, and the components are all listed right up here. Let's see if I can just copy. Yeah, I can grab hold of this. Let's see, this might represent it up to here. Paste that right there, and the first one is going to be cell 1, this very one. If it's equals this very cell there, and the next one, address there, that will become 2. The next one is the code there, that's 3. Very good. Then we have, let's get it, gender, that will be 4. Okay, which other one? That will be 5, 6, 7. We have 7 here. 8, that's 8. 9. I guess you guys get the whole idea now. Just speed that up to save time. We have 10 here, and let's just speed this up. 11, and so on. Okay, that is it all done. And what that is left for us now is just to say exit the for loop, right? And we also need to get I nested, next I there. So that is my search function. Have a look at it, take it from the top. There we go. I'm going to make another tutorial on search function in my other channel. Okay, let's try this out, but it's going to be exactly the same thing using different data really. Save that, run it, and please do subscribe to this channel, guys. So first of all, let's look for this. One good thing about this is we can search using any of these fields in here, any field. So I'm just going to select any field wherever my mouse stop. Let's say we're searching using 2 3. Let's say 2 3 3. Okay, scroll up and click on search. There we go, look at that. Okay, and the cost, everything. See the wages, that's what we search with. Let's search using maybe this pay in there, 100 and something. Let's enter 153.27. okay, there we go, look at that. Brilliant. Now let's search using a name. So I'm going to come in now to search using Carlton. So come right in here. Let's just type in Larry Carlton. It's going to give me, okay, now come back in here and just search. Check out the name. There we go, Larry Carlton details there. So now let's put whatever in there. Okay, Larry Carlton's details there. Right, so when we click on this, we need to be able to exit here as well. No, we can't. Alright, that is it, invalid. Okay, now, but we are unable to clear here. So let's go back into the clear or reset. Double click on reset. This is called txt. Yeah, that is it. Copy, reset, and paste that right here. Dot text equals there. And that's it, guys. So I'm going to run it one more time. We're going to enter another data in there. Let's enter whatever in here. Let's say the company is Saint Malachi. I think it's Y. Now here, the name of employee. Let's say we're looking for let's say Joe. An address of Joe, 10. Let's say Warwick. Okay, let's change that. Road. And here is mail. Wages. Right there. Those are all the information we need for Joe. Let's say Joe's Harden. Yeah, full name. And all we just need to do now is to click on this very button there, add. Let's come right down. Okay, click on add. There we go, look at that. All of the information of Joe is right there. Okay, and we can search even. Click on reset, and let's search for anybody in there. Let's say we want to search for FD734 and click on search. There we go, that is Captain Paul Parker. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this very beautiful and advanced tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to this my second channel, and if you can and you are strongly advised, try to become member of DJ Oamen's channel. With that, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. Suppose you guys enjoyed, and you all have a nice day now, and bye for now.